I'm filming in a slightly different place today. I'm filming in my kitchen. Reason why? I don't know, I just wanted to. You can tell that it's very late, so I gotta make this kind of fast, but I also want to make this a very deep video because there's a lot to talk about. So first of all, you guys may notice I have a haircut. Not the best in the world, but listen, it's better than it was before in terms of, comfort. Number two, still busy, cannot work on my business. Obviously, gotta stay home, gotta take care of my aunt while my dad's at work. Pretty self-explanatory. I have been working on a new kind of like iteration of the business, still trying to, figure out what I can do during this period of my life. And yeah, obviously just keep on running every single day, caring about my fitness goals because that is something I do have a little bit of time for. But honestly, it's kind of funny because the last time I've been at the gym was many days ago. And like, I would say maybe I'm going once every 2 weeks. So still, it's nothing crazy. Yeah, I just have to resort to like, doing push-ups and pull-ups at my house. In my apartment. So yeah, not great. But listen, running every day, that's been very good. I'll say this though, I have been having a little bit more time to go out for bike rides, which, I've been doing with my dad, which is very fun because A, we don't have really much time to spend together, and B, I haven't even really been outside much during the summer. It's been great weather, and the only times I go outside is literally to church and to run to the store, and that's basically it, because the gym doesn't even count if it's like one every 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah, very happy with that. We just had a little bike ride just now, just to get the blood flowing. My aunt was sleeping. Very fast bike ride, nothing crazy, but I'm still very like grateful for that. And speaking of things to be grateful for, I've just been thinking about the business, what it was like a couple of months ago to have that kind of like cool, it wasn't cool, but it was kind of cool as well. It's like the stress, of building a business, of building something you actually love, getting clients here and there, doing, work for deadlines. It's a bit of stress, but it's also fun. It makes you feel like you're living, Now there is stress, but it's like, helping people kind of stress. You don't have time kind of stress. It's not like the work stress. I actually kind of like work stress. Work stress makes me feel like I'm doing something purposeful. And yeah, don't get me wrong. This is a good period of my life that God is putting me in. Definitely testing me in a lot of different areas, which I have never been tested before. So it is definitely a good thing either way. But overall, like, I miss the work. And yeah, even just like aside from work, the money's the main thing, man. I have none of it, and I'll be completely honest, I've made a total of like literally $0 over the past like 1-2 months. It's just been insane. And now I would just be over the moon if I made $500 a month consistently, let alone like the, whatever I was making before, the high thousands, every single month consistently. That's not my life anymore. That's not my reality. And I also have to kind of like have this kind of reality check, like, listen, you're not this guy who can, figure it out always. And it also teaches me that this lifestyle that I'm chasing so much is way harder to get to. It's not that easy. So it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. Definitely humbled. And yeah, I'll touch on one thing else, which is that I met this like kind of crackhead guy on the street. I'll be honest, this guy wasn't like very mentally there. I can tell like he was on drugs, but he just kind of like came up to me. He was just like, chatting. He needed somebody to talk to. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me give this guy like 5 minutes. I was going home and he just met me on the sidewalk. And, we were talking. He's like 71 years old. He was talking about his life, about his struggles. And he was like, how old are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm 17. And he's like, oh, 71, 17? Let me give you some advice, since I'm literally like your age, but reversed. He said he has 3 rules for life, which are more important than money: health, mental, physical, spiritual, etc. Love one another, right? Very important. Even something that Jesus teaches us. And peace of mind. Peace of mind. Oh my gosh, that one hit different. But the key here was like more important than money, and I needed to hear that at that time because I was thinking so much about the money I wasn't making, right, because of my circumstances. And he was just like, these three things are above all money. And listen, health, not the best health. You know, I'm not the biggest I ever was. I'm, you know, not the most like spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, but listen, I'm working on my health. I'm definitely spreading more love than I used to before, because in the past couple months, well, like earlier, I was so deep into work that I wasn't giving my loved ones the time that they needed. And, you know, I was just like super focused, so much so that I was neglecting my family in a way. So right now, I guess I'm giving them that time that they need in this hard time. But yeah, peace of mind. Not too much peace of mind right now, but it's still something that I can also say like, hey, I have more peace of mind and more freedom in a sense that constant stress from, you know, managing clients, managing employees, all of this. So, you know, that definitely was something I needed to hear, and I'm just sharing it here because maybe it's something that you need to hear. And then the final thing I'm gonna say in terms of an update is that it has been over a month since I've graduated, and I have been thinking about school so much. I hate school, and yet I want to go back. I want to, you know, socialize with the people there, and yet when I was there, I wasn't socializing at all. It's so funny. Like, it's this thing that I have, like, you know, it ended, but it doesn't really feel like it's real, right? It doesn't feel like it should have ended that fast. I feel like I need to still live more experiences there. So it is definitely a weird feeling that I'm having. And I'm actually having dreams about like being in a classroom, doing homework, doing tests, talking with people every single day, which is insane to me. But yeah, I guess I kind of just miss high school now that I ended it. So I don't know. For sure, jealous of every single person who has a normal vacation and, you know, traveling around the world. Yeah, maybe someday. But listen, overall, I'm doing well. My family's doing well. I'm happy. And I'm just grateful, generally grateful, praying a lot. And yeah, haven't made a video in the past 7 days, but I guess this is kind of my 7-day recap. Not much has happened, but I am overall just working hard at it, at every aspect of my life. And I hope that you guys are doing very well as well. And with that being said, praise God. Always praise God. And I love you guys. Cheers.